Football fans around the world are stunned after FIFA found itself at the center of another refereeing controversy, this time involving one of international football's fiercest rivalries, England versus Argentina. Even before a ball has been kicked, debate has exploded across the football world over FIFA's choice of match officials, long-standing neutrality rules, and accusations from some supporters that the governing body is facing yet another test of its credibility. This isn't simply another discussion about who blows the whistle. It's a story about football history, political sensitivities, FIFA's refereeing policies, and why every appointment is now being examined under a microscope. With millions of fans preparing for one of the biggest matches in world football, every decision surrounding this game carries enormous significance. Stay with us, because we'll break down exactly what happened, why FIFA's referee appointment has generated so much discussion, what the official rules actually say, how football experts are reacting, and what all of this could mean heading into one of the sport's biggest occasions. England against Argentina is never just another football match. For decades, this fixture has represented one of the most emotionally charged rivalries in international football. The history stretches back generations, combining unforgettable World Cup moments, legendary players, controversial incidents, and political tensions that have often extended beyond football itself. Most fans immediately remember the 1986 FIFA World Cup quarterfinal. Diego Maradona produced one of the greatest individual performances ever seen on a football pitch, but the match also became famous for the infamous Hand of God goal, which stood because match officials did not spot the handball. That controversial moment remains one of the most debated refereeing decisions in football history and continues to shape conversations whenever these two nations meet. The rivalry has also produced other unforgettable chapters. David Beckham's red card at the 1998 World Cup remains one of England's most painful memories, while Beckham later found redemption by scoring the winning penalty against Argentina during the 2002 World Cup group stage. But the controversy surrounding England and Argentina isn't limited to memorable matches. For many years, FIFA has carefully considered referee appointments whenever these nations are involved. The organization has long attempted to avoid assigning officials whose nationality or political background could create perceptions of bias in such emotionally charged fixtures. That brings us to the latest controversy. Ahead of the latest England versus Argentina showdown, FIFA confirmed that American referee Ismail El-Fath would officiate the match, assisted by fellow American officials Corey Parker and Kyle Atkins. It marks a historic appointment, with an All-American on-field referee team taking charge of a men's FIFA World Cup semifinal. On paper, the appointment appears straightforward. The United States is considered a neutral nation in relation to both England and Argentina. El-Fath himself is an experienced FIFA referee who has officiated major international tournaments, including matches at the 2022 World Cup, where he served as fourth official in the final. However, the discussion quickly moved beyond experience. Some fans on social media pointed out that El-Fath has officiated several matches involving Lionel Messi, including Inter Miami fixtures and Argentina's victorious 2022 World Cup final as fourth official. That history led some supporters to describe him as lucky for Messi or Argentina, a characterization that has circulated widely online and in some media reports. Importantly, these are perceptions expressed by sections of fans and commentators rather than evidence of favoritism. There is no verified evidence that FIFA selected the referee to benefit either team. At the same time, another topic reignited debate. Many supporters asked why experienced English referees, such as Michael Oliver or Anthony Taylor, could not officiate such a major match. The answer lies in FIFA's neutrality principles. Because England remained in the tournament, English referees were not eligible to officiate England's matches. In addition, FIFA has long avoided assigning English referees to Argentina matches and Argentine referees to England matches, due to the historical sensitivities surrounding the Falklands War and the intense rivalry between the two countries. The aim is to eliminate any perception of a conflict of interest before the match even begins. This policy isn't unique to England and Argentina. FIFA routinely avoids assigning referees to matches involving their own countries, and officials are also excluded from fixtures where strong regional or political conflicts might raise questions about impartiality. Neutrality is considered one of the fundamental principles of referee appointments in major international tournaments. Still, that hasn't stopped the debate. Critics argue that previous matches involving Argentina have already generated heated discussions over refereeing decisions, making any new appointment especially sensitive. Earlier in the tournament, some Argentina matches sparked widespread online debate, with certain supporters claiming controversial decisions had favored the defending champions. FIFA's head of refereeing, Pierluigi Collina, publicly defended match officials, emphasizing that referees make decisions independently and in accordance with the laws of the game, while rejecting suggestions of outside influence. That statement became even more relevant once England and Argentina were paired together. Instead of discussing tactics, formations, or key player battles, much of the football world suddenly found itself talking about referees once again. From FIFA's perspective, the appointment follows established procedures. Ismail El-Fath is one of the organization's most experienced officials. He has handled high-pressure international fixtures, earned consistent appointments throughout major tournaments, and has built a reputation for strong player management. FIFA's decision also reflects confidence in American officials ahead of a tournament being hosted in North America. But football fans rarely focus only on official explanations. Social media quickly filled with competing narratives. Some England supporters questioned whether previous Argentina results under El-Fath would increase pressure on the referee. Others argued that statistics involving previous matches do not prove bias, pointing out that experienced referees inevitably oversee multiple games involving elite teams and players. Many neutral observers took a different view altogether. Their concern wasn't necessarily who received the appointment. Instead, they argued that modern referees face impossible levels of scrutiny. Every offside decision is reviewed. Every penalty is replayed from multiple camera angles. VAR decisions are analyzed frame by frame. Within seconds, controversial incidents spread across social media to millions of viewers worldwide. That means referees now operate under greater pressure than at any point in football history. Ironically, England versus Argentina has played a significant role in shaping refereeing itself. The controversial 1966 World Cup quarterfinal between the two nations contributed to the later introduction of yellow and red cards after confusion surrounding a dismissal highlighted the need for universally understood disciplinary signals. That innovation transformed football forever and remains one of the game's most important officiating developments. In many ways, this rivalry has always influenced football beyond the 90 minutes. Now it is doing so once again. From a tactical perspective, referee management could prove crucial. Matches between England and Argentina are often fiercely contested, emotionally charged, and physically demanding. Both coaching staffs will expect their players to remain disciplined because unnecessary bookings or dismissals could completely change the outcome of such an important contest. Experienced referees often prioritize strong communication early in these matches, attempting to establish authority before emotions escalate. That doesn't mean controversial decisions won't occur. It simply highlights why FIFA places enormous emphasis on selecting officials capable of handling extraordinary pressure. The psychological side is equally fascinating. Players know every challenge will be scrutinized. Managers understand every touchline reaction could become a headline. Even supporters arrive expecting controversy because history has conditioned them to anticipate dramatic moments whenever England meets Argentina. This creates a unique environment unlike almost any other international fixture. Media coverage has reflected those tensions. Some outlets have focused on FIFA's neutrality policies. Others have highlighted El-Fath's previous involvement in messy matches, while emphasizing that such connections do not constitute evidence of bias. Several analysts have instead praised FIFA for selecting an experienced neutral crew rather than allowing political sensitivities to overshadow the football itself. Fan reactions, however, remain divided. On social media, some supporters have expressed confidence in the appointment, arguing that elite referees should not be judged based on previous matches involving star players. Others remain skeptical, believing every major officiating decision involving Argentina will inevitably attract conspiracy theories, regardless of who holds the whistle. Meanwhile, many neutral fans simply hope the referee never becomes the story. The ideal outcome, from FIFA's perspective, is a match remembered for brilliant football rather than officiating controversy. History suggests that may be easier said than done. Whenever England and Argentina meet, emotions naturally run high. Every challenge feels more significant. Every decision feels larger. Every controversial moment enters football folklore. Looking ahead, all eyes will now shift from the referee appointment to the match itself. The officiating team will undoubtedly prepare extensively, reviewing both teams' playing styles, disciplinary records, tactical tendencies, and potential flashpoints. VAR officials will also carry enormous responsibility. Modern football increasingly relies on video review to correct clear and obvious errors, particularly during matches of this magnitude. Supporters can expect every major incident, goals, penalties, possible red cards, and offside decisions, to receive intense scrutiny. After the match, regardless of the result, referee performance will almost certainly become part of the conversation. If the game passes without significant controversy, FIFA's appointment strategy will likely be viewed as successful. If major disputed decisions occur, debate surrounding neutrality and officiating standards could intensify once again. Either way, this latest episode highlights a broader issue facing world football. Referees have never been under greater pressure. Technology has improved decision-making, but it has also increased expectations. Every mistake is replayed endlessly. Every judgment is dissected by television analysts, former referees, journalists, coaches, and millions of supporters online. In that environment, maintaining public confidence in officiating has become one of FIFA's greatest challenges. As for England and Argentina, the rivalry continues to evolve. New generations of players now write the latest chapter in a story that stretches back decades. The heroes may change. The managers may change. Even football itself continues to evolve. But one thing never changes. Whenever these two football giants meet, the entire world watches. And this time, long before kickoff, the referee has already become one of the biggest talking points. So, what is the biggest takeaway from this story? The controversy surrounding FIFA's referee appointment is driven largely by the extraordinary history between England and Argentina, combined with modern scrutiny of every officiating decision. FIFA has followed its established neutrality principles by appointing an experienced American officiating team, while rejecting suggestions that refereeing decisions are influenced by anything other than the laws of the game. Now the focus shifts where every football fan hopes it belongs, onto the players, the tactics, and the football itself. Will the referee enjoy a quiet evening, or will another controversial chapter be added to one of football's greatest rivalries? Only the match itself will provide that answer. If you enjoyed today's football update, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest football news from around the world. Thanks for watching Football Daily Dispatch, and we'll see you in the next update.